Hello guys and welcome back to episode 3 of Project B15. Today we'll be taking out the entire dashboard to see what's wrong with the AC. As you already know, the AC doesn't work on this car. And to remove the dashboard, firstly you will have to remove the steering wheel, the center trim piece and the glove box. So let's get started. Before removing the dashboard, I decided to remove the trim pieces to check for more rust underneath. Now before removing the steering wheel, I decided to remove other easier parts first, such as the center trim pieces and the glove box. The glove box was installed only using 2 screws, and then there were 3 screws holding the dash in place. That is the evaporator which we have to remove now, and the blower fan. And the center trim piece just pops out. It's a plastic piece and it doesn't have any screws, and there are 4 screws beneath it which holds the dash in place. And now I'll see how to remove the steering wheel. I just went ahead and removed the speedometer, which was held in by 4 bolts and some connectors, and there were some shady lights installed previously. I removed that too, and some dashboard bolts which needs to come out anyways. And to remove the steering wheel, that was a bit of a hustle. I don't know how to remove this. I actually tried to remove the 4 Phillips head screws which were behind the steering wheel, but that's not how you remove this. You will need a flathead screwdriver or a tool to remove this Honda logo. This is actually a screwdriver from the mechanic set which I used to play with when I was a kid, and you will need this or something similar to this, like a flathead screwdriver, to pop out the Honda logo. And that's the nut holding the steering in place. It is a 19 mm lock nut. Okay, so it's raining outside and I have managed to remove the centerpiece. You can see the nut. I don't actually have the T-spanner for now, so I'll get it. Meanwhile, I've also removed the AC vents, and to remove this without breaking is you have to just pry it out using a flathead screwdriver. It's not focusing. Just keep your screwdriver here and pry it out so it will come out, and under that there are 2, I think so it's a size 12 spanner. You can see it here. Remove this bolts and the dash will come out, and it's always starting raining heavily now and I am sitting here sweaty and all. So let's see where does this go. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, it started leaking from the headliner too. It used to leak from here, but using the Munson tape it was solved. So but now I think there's leakage from somewhere else too. So yeah, I'll have to see about it. Yes, and to make matters worse, there's some water leaking from the rear of the car too, and it's coming all the way down here. I hate this rains. Okay, so you will need a 19 mm socket and an extension to open the steering wheel. You have to hold the steering and just turn it. Finally, after removing the steering wheel, there are 2 Phillips head screws here and here. Remove that, and the entire control pan, this controllers will be removed, and then you can open the dash after removing those 2 nuts. The screws are removed, the dash is ready to come out. I don't have a mobile stand, so I'll just remove the dash and show you the next steps. Dash is finally out. Here you can see there's some insulation missing. There's the ECU, cabin ECU, AC. And now we'll get to the AC condenser because the AC is not working here. Okay, so I did manage to get out the blower, and here is the condenser coil. You can see this is the coil. I think so it's blocked, and I spotted some rust here which was expected. I expected quite a lot actually, but it's not that much of a rust and can be fixed easily. And let's see, I'll have to remove the coil, the connector going to the outside AC condenser, and then let's see. Meanwhile, this is the state of my room right now. Rest of the day I just removed all the other trim pieces and the headliner to check all the rust underneath. So I just took out the speaker and the cover from the rear, and it's all wet and you can see some water particles here too. I think this is because of the leakage of the rear windshield, and that's the reason the previous owner has applied some M-seal on the windshield, which we'll have to repair anyways. And there's, I think, a lot of rust beneath the headliner. So let's remove the trim pieces and the headliner now. Okay, so I just forgot to remove the last, what do you call that, the window shade holder. I'll remove that and show you the rust which is there on the roof. The screw holding the sunroof holder was a bit jammed, but eventually I managed to remove it off the camera. With that, we have removed the dash, all the trim pieces and the headliner, exposing all the rust which was in the interior of the car. Now that we have identified all the rust spots, the next major job is to repair this rust, and we'll be doing it in the next week. Also, coming back to the AC, I took out the evaporator coil and it was in rather great condition for a 17-year-old car. Then I just gave it a quick wash with a water gun and took it to a local mechanic shop to check for any leakages, and there was no leakage in the coil. So the actual reason that the AC was not working was because the nuts connecting the AC pipelines were fastened very loosely. And that's it for today's video. We'll be repairing some rust in the next video. So till then, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for being here.